Greetings and salutations. You have found my channel. I'm Draco. We're going to go over fans and fandoms. I'm going to explain this a little bit. I've been involved in fandoms. They're not fun, I'll say that from my experience. Fans are different. They're individuals. So, it's hard to say. Each fan is different. I mean, you can't judge an entire group of people off of one individual. While the fandoms, you can judge them for the whole group because it's not that hard. Because for them, they represent the group of people who like this. And this could be anything from, like, the groups that, like, follow, like, My Little Pony, furry stuff, Earthbound, all that. Well, a fan is an individual who enjoys the item. They have different things they're fans of. From what I've experienced with fandoms, this can be true of them as well. They can be fans of different things, but a lot of times those different things have a common connection. You can usually connect to a lot of their things. One example might be the fandom for say Sly Cooper video games would have a connection more than likely to the furry community and the furry fandom, while something like Final Fantasy would have a connection to kind of like the gamer fandom, and the Sly Cooper would have both in there, gamer fandom and furry fandom. And when they start interchanging like that, it gets kind of creepy, because for some of them, it's a way of life. Like, no shit, they literally live, breathe, and eat what they love. I used to be that way. I mean, when I was a kid and younger. God, I was absorbed into video games as a whole. There wasn't one game. It was like, I think 4 games I was absorbed in. And while fandoms absorb one thing, and they live off of that one aspect. And without even noticing it, a lot of them got infested with SJW types and feminist types, because feminists and SJWs aren't limited to just the BS they try to spread. They infect other things. They do. They really do. And if you don't ever notice it or even aware of it, it gets kind of creepy when they just creep in there. And you'll have, like, best example would be watching your favorite artist who has done these massive streamlined comics that are beautiful artworks, and the story is really rich, and all of a sudden he stops. You're like, what the fuck? What happened? And you find out in one of his journals that he's done because he's been getting hate. And you go back through all his stuff, and you don't see any hate in the comments. It's because, unlike SJWs and feminist usual tactics where they openly barrage you in your comment lines and some stuff, with fandoms, when it comes to art and all that, they gotta private message the person, because they know that by attacking someone openly, they're going to probably get so much hate that it's not even funny. And it's where even their own group can lash on them, because fandoms aren't something to just take for granted. They are as bad as SJWs, if not worse, at times. Because if you go against what they believe should be the canon for this thing, like if you do a fan art and you put the not so popular couple together, they'll just explode. Their heads will explode and the rage will show. I've seen it happen before a few times, and I just pound my head on my desk, cry, and try to tell the artist it looks awesome. It's an awesome piece of art. And that's all you can do. Because, I mean, most fans, when they don't like something, they don't go after your character or anything. They go after your self-esteem. They try to attack an artist's esteem because of all the creative people in the world, writers and artists kind of commonly have this low self-esteem issue. We do. I like to write occasionally. I tried drawing, I got out of it. But we have a low self-esteem a lot of times. If a lot of people tell us that it just sucks, and not enough people are actually, people who like it are keeping their mouth shut about it, they like it, it kind of hurts us because we just think that everyone just thinks it all sucks. Sad but true. And sometimes you have to really, really find that making someone who's new to start something is hard. Because not only do you already have a fragile opinion about yourself, but the minute a fan group comes in and sees that you made some fan art and you're like, you yourself are like, yay, this is awesome, I wrote real good, great story, I got everything working right, and they'll come in like a swarm of flies and just be like, hate the crap out of it, tell you that the writing sucks, the grammar is bullshit, and that the plot makes no sense. Even though all of it does. It all makes perfect sense. It's beautiful. Fandoms are nasty. They'll attack each other too. If they find out you've got a skeleton in your closet of any kind, they will go after you. And it's really funny and sad to see at the same time. I've watched it happen in a furry group, fandom group, where apparently someone's dirty laundry got aired out by someone. Don't know who, don't even know what it was. But people were running from the fandom and attacking it. And then you have people trying to defend it. And it's just, you stare going, wow, this is funny. And it's all because of one person. That's it. Now, do I know a lot about it? No. This is about as much as my extent knowledge goes, because I saw that attitude going on early on. I ran. I got out of it. I put distance between me and the fandom in general. I'm a fan of furry art and all that. Hell, you put dragons in front of me and I'll fucking just drool and stare at you going, how much? But, you know, that's me. And I'm biased when it comes to some stuff, but I try not to be as a whole. Well, that's my thoughts on everything. It's my opinion. These are things I've observed. So I'll leave you with this and have a nice one.